Hey guys, you know what? We are live today. We are here with our business development manager, Mr. Chad Long. He's our business development manager for Sandals as well as Beaches. And today we're going to talk about everything that's new with Sandals. And he's going to give us some great marketing tips. How are you today, Mr. Chad?
I'm doing great, Tyra. Thank you so much for having me on today. I'm excited to let you all know about what's new and upcoming with Sandals and Beaches.
Thank you so much. You know, we love beaches and sandals, of course, and we cannot wait to hear what's new.
Definitely. Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and get right into it.
Yes.
I do want to take probably like the first half of my presentation today. It shouldn't be too long, but I do want to show you what's new in terms of just new resorts, what's upcoming on the horizon, because we have a lot of exciting news and new resorts coming our way. And then I'm going to take you for the last half onto our travel agent portal. I know we've done one of these trainings before, so I'm going to skip over the basics that I probably covered on the last one and go into some more advanced marketing techniques just to make sure that you guys are the most successful agents that you can possibly be.
Thank you.
So, of course, yeah. So I need to be able to share my screen.
All right, let me press the button. I'm sorry.
All good.
There we go.
All right, perfect. So we're just going to start with some, pretty pictures, what's new, what was recently renovated over at Sandals and Beaches. The first one I do want to touch on is Sandals South Coast. This is located on the south coast of Jamaica in the White House area. And it is my personal favorite resort that we have on that island, just because I'm the kind of vacationer that likes to be far away from everything. I don't like to be near anyone or anything. And Sandals South Coast is literally in the middle of nowhere. It takes about an hour to get down there from the airport. I think it's so worth it because you're on this beautiful long stretch of white sand on both sides because it's built on a corner. So you get great sunrises off of one side, sunsets off of another. It has our beautiful over the water bungalows, as you can see right here. It's very, an iconic trademark for Sandals and Beaches. But we did recently open 2 new rooming innovations for your clients to enjoy. So let's say maybe those over the water bungalows are something they really want, but it might be a little out of budget. We have a great secondary option here now, which is our South Seas Swim Up Rondeval Village. So Rondeval is just basically a fancy word for round. It's your own round little hut. And you get a private pool, private tranquility soaking tub, incredible interior design, and butler service. But what makes these unique compared to other rondevals we've had in our brand, these are all connected by a swim up lagoon. So you have a little ledge on all the rondevals, leads you right into the quarter-mile long lazy river. You're swimming underneath the palm trees. You can swim right out into this lagoon, and then you're always just steps away from the beach. So it gives you that privacy that you would want over in the bungalow, but at a lesser price point and still extremely, extremely modern.
Love it.
And then the Dutch Village is brand new at Sandals South Coast too. So if you maybe say like the Rondeval and the bungalow are both out of budget for your clients, you can definitely offer them at the Dutch Village as well. This is brand new at the end of 2020. This opened. Swim up on the ground level. The second, third, and fourth floors got fully renovated interior, and then they got the expanded glass balconies with the tranquility soaking tubs. I personally love this village also because there's an unobstructed view of that Caribbean Sea, as you can tell. So there's not even a palm tree in the way of your ocean view. So you have some palm trees maybe over in the Italian village or in the French village that could obstruct it here and there, but in the Dutch, you're good. It's just a straight shot over that beautiful ocean.
Beautiful.
The next new resort I want to touch on is Sandals Royal Bahamian, which is located over in Nassau, which is in the Bahamas. And Royal Bahamian was built back in the 90s. So it was an OG resort for some, but it started to look a little old, get a little outdated as COVID crept up. So once COVID hit, we took the opportunity to shut it down for 2 years and completely renovate it head to toe. Again, this is located in Nassau. So I don't know where you guys are tuning in from, but there are great nonstop flights from virtually anywhere in the US to Nassau. And so it's a quick, easy flight, especially for us Floridians. It's like a nice little long weekend.
Yeah.
And it's more of a smaller, compact resort. As you can see, this is the entire resort from an aerial view. So it's smaller, there's less walking distance in between different things, but there's no shortage of entertainment. It's definitely always a party. There's shows, there's dancing, there's parades, festivals. So if you like to have fun, this is a great place to do so. But there is a private offshore island as well. So all Sandals guests take a little 5-minute boat ride over to our private island. And if you want more peace and quiet, maybe a larger, more expansive beach, we have that over there. Royal Bahamian has this all new Coconut Grove area with 3 food truck style dining options. So you have a little bit more of a beachside casual moment for your lunch right there. And that's also where we do the majority of the entertainment too, the dance floors, the parties, all that stuff. Some up suites galore. Of course, as we renovate, we add some up suites. We just realized water is a beautiful visual aesthetic, and we keep adding more and more of it to all of our rooms. The interior of all the rooms have been completely gutted and remodeled as well. This new resort opened January 2022. So it is just shy of 6 months old. So you're seeing some, it's beautiful. You can see that infinity style pool right there, right outside the room. There's 13 restaurants here. 3 are those food trucks. So I guess 10 a la carte style dining options. And this is the French restaurant La Plume, my favorite place to get escargot or creme brulee, chicken cordon bleu. Really, really nice. And then you have the offshore island, of course, as well, for more of the relaxing, take a step away from it all. If you want the peace and quiet, larger beach, all Sandals guests have access here. And just as a tip for the agents, we did bring back our day passes. And so if you're cruising and you just happen to be at any island where we have a resort, you're entitled to a day pass for you and a +1. It's completely free. And the most popular place is Sandals Royal Bahamian because everyone goes cruising and they always end up in Nassau. And I
was just there.
Like, did you even get off the ship when you were in Nassau?
Yeah, we got off the ship and we went to the lagoon. Was it Lagoon Bay? The Blue Lagoon. Was it the Blue Lagoon? Oh my gosh, I wish I would have knew that. But it was business. I was there for a group trip. So listen, I'm gonna have to take you guys up on that offer. Like I didn't even realize it. Wow. Thank you guys.
Yeah. I can't even tell you like how many agents I know that like literally they just been to Nassau so many times that they don't even get off their ship when they're docked there. And now you have a perfectly good excuse to check out a brand new Sandals resort. Again, free for you and a +1. The only catch is that you have to submit your day pass form at least 14 days prior to arrival.
Okay.
So plan ahead.
I will. I'm gonna find me a nice cruise there, and we're coming.
Definitely. And it's not just available here. Of course, if you're docked in St. Lucia or Jamaica or wherever we're located, you will get a really nice tour on your day pass. You can enjoy the bars, the restaurants, just make it back to your ship on time. That's all I ask. We probably won't be able to house you.
Yes. Do they handle transportation or do we have to book a taxi there?
You book your own transportation for a day pass.
How far is it from the port?
In Nassau, it's like 10 minutes. Not too bad.
Oh,
yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah, it's okay. You'll be back. You'll be back eventually.
Yes.
So it's a great way to familiarize yourself with the resort, if you like, regardless of having an overnight booking there or not. So the next one I want to take you to, we're bouncing all around here, as you can tell, but I do want to take you down to Curacao, which is our newest destination. This resort, Sandals Royal Curacao, just opened on June 1st. So it is just about 2 months old at this point. We are still doing a grand opening sale up to $1,000 off. This is automatically implemented into the pricing you will see on your travel agent portal. So the $1,000 off is for a 7-night stay. That's why it's up to, because it's a 7-night stay, gets the full 1,000. 6 nights, it's like 700 something off. 5 nights, it gets lower and lower. It's between 4 and 7 nights. Okay. And you can see it on your portal. If you quote out 5 nights at Royal Curacao, you'll see like $505 instant credit taken off. But it's a beautiful island. It's extremely European, so it doesn't have the like lush tropical vibe that maybe St. Lucia or Jamaica has, but it has more of a drier climate. It feels very much so like the Netherlands, like Amsterdam, with these colorful buildings, soaring bridges, but you have the classic like sand, sea, sun that you come to the Caribbean for. This resort is only about 20 minutes away from the airport, so not too bad. This is the view you're greeted with right as you come on the resort past the front desk, the Dos Agua double level infinity pool. This is a beautiful design, but honestly, this computer rendering doesn't do it justice. I highly recommend you check out some real life photos of this double level infinity pool. I've already seen some TikToks going viral shot right here in this pool. So it's really, really cool. Of course, besides the pool, we have luxurious rooms and suites, swim ups, very, like funky wallpaper, very European inspired on the inside too. The Awa Seaside Bungalows are the top tier suite here. So they're not over the water, but they're right up on the shore with that private infinity pool that goes the length of the entire suite. Again, computer rendering, the beach is not rocky, it's actually sandy. So you do get your own little private beach there as well. And the Curacao Island suites are bungalow styled suites as well, but on a nice little heart-shaped lagoon that are, of course, all swim up. Yep. We love our hearts since it's all about love and such at Sandals. Another cool thing about these two bungalow style suites that I just showed you is that they do come with this convertible Mini Cooper right here, automatically included. So guests can actually take that off resort, drive around Curacao into local, towns, restaurants, sightseeing stuff. The butler will pack you some lunch, pick a little picnic in the trunk, map out some stuff on the GPS for you, and you get to just drive this bad boy off resort and enjoy Curacao for all the beautiful culture that it has to offer. People love Curacao because it is a very safe island, also off resort. So if you're the kind of people that like to wander off into the towns and explore the island, it's very safe to do so in Curacao. Anybody can purchase that excursion, that convertible Mini Cooper, but it does come included with these bungalow style suites. And then the last resort I'll touch on before I get into some of the marketing tactics is the brand new Sandals Duns River. We're so excited for this. It just went on sale a couple weeks ago, and it's set to open May 24th of 2023. And it's located in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Easily the biggest pain about Ocho Rios is that you have to land in Montego Bay and take a 2-hour transfer over to that area. But thankfully, American Airlines, starting in November, is doing a new nonstop flight from Miami to Ocho Rios. So the new resort will only be about 15, 20 minutes away instead of 2 hours if you book your clients on that itinerary. So just a sneak peek at what it's going to look like. It's going to be on the best beach that we have in Ocho Rios. By the time we're done with this area, we're going to have 6 resorts in Ocho Rios alone. We'll have 3 sandals and 3 beaches in Ocho Rios.
Wait, pause. Is this a pool upstairs?
Yes. So yes, I think that might be. Yeah. So this is a look within that room.
Wow.
Yes. These are called sky pool suites. It's your own private infinity pool right off the foot of your bed as your balcony. And you can see them from the outside perspective here also, but there's going to be 48 of them. They're crazy.
I love it.
We currently do have these suites available at Sandals Grenada and at Sandals Royal Barbados. And they are probably my favorite suites we have, but bringing them to Jamaica will just bring them a lot closer to home. So less time flying, less time in the air, and you can still have that beautiful sky pool experience. Just blends in seamlessly with the horizon. It's a beautiful sight to wake up to.
It's beautiful.
And we're going to have some more swim up rondaballs, but what makes these even a step higher than the ones you just saw over at the South Coast is that you can see some of them do have a rooftop terrace that's accessible. You just walk right up the steps. You have a little day bed up there. You can stargaze, suntan. I believe I also see a telescope on this computer rendering, which I'm not sure if that's going to actually happen, but it would be cool to have a little telescope up there. You can look at the stars, try to like zoom in on Mars or something. But just a really, really very modern interior design. This is what some of the rooms will look like. So there's only 2 entry-level rooms that we're going to have at Duns River, and they're both stunning from what I saw. So I would be happy to be thrown into the cheapest room at Duns River because it's like the most expensive room at a competitor's resort,
Beautiful.
So it's going to be fantastic, and we're really excited to open up in May 24th. In terms of new beaches resorts coming your way too, we do currently have 3. Beaches Ocho Rios, Beaches Negril, and Beaches Turks and Caicos. It's our family-friendly brand. But we will be opening 2 new ones, Beaches Runaway Bay, which is in Jamaica as well. If you knew where Jewel Runaway Bay was, we're taking that over. So it gives you a good idea. And then a new island, Beaches St. Vincent, will hopefully be going on sale this fall. So of course, I'll keep Tyra in the loop for when Beaches St. Vincent goes on sale, and she'll let all y'all know.
Yes. Chad, can we explain the differences for our new agents that doesn't know the smaller differences between Sandals and Beaches resorts?
Yeah, definitely. So across the board, we're luxury all-inclusive resorts in the Caribbean. At Sandals, we're adults only, and we're catered towards couples. So you have to be 18 to go to Sandals. And I say we're catered towards couples because every room is 1 bedroom, king size bed. And, everything's shaped in a heart. We're obviously catering towards honeymooners, anniversary couples, just romance travel in general. Have 2 friends wanted to go to Sandals and they're cool with sharing a bed and being surrounded by lovers. Yeah, we won't turn away their business. We will not, just as long as that's the kind of situation that it is over at Sandals. Just express that to your clients. And if it's cool with them, it's cool with us too. We're all inclusive. So of course the food, the drinks, the tipping, the transfers, the activities. And then on the Beaches side, we include more because this is our family friendly branch. So Beaches resorts, of course, for kids, multi-generational trips, family vacations, but maybe also for girls trips and guys trips where you don't necessarily want to share king size beds with your friends. Also, if you're a single traveler, we accept singles as well, versus over at Sandals, all of our pricing is for 2. So there's no point in sending an odd number of people to Sandals because we're not going to extend a single rate. That one person is going to be just paying double. So just a glimpse at what we offer extra at Beaches besides just the general inclusions from Sandals. So we're a family resort. We got the water parks, the water slides, the surf simulators, the food trucks. We have a Xbox lounge at every Beaches. We have arcades, teen clubs that I believe are open for teens only until like maybe 11:30, and then they start serving alcohol and it becomes an adult club. We have a really tight partnership with Sesame Street. And I was literally actually just at Beaches Ocho Rios last week. So I was hanging out with Elmo and Cookie Monster and all them. And if you're like, if your clients really love Disney because the kids love going to see Mickey and Minnie, you can easily kind of switch them over and be like, hey, maybe you want to try hanging out with Elmo, Cookie Monster, Grover, all them for a little bit at a Beaches resort. And they do Sesame Street parades and tuck-in services and breakfasts. I mean, they do all this fun stuff with the kids. We do include kids camp too, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., completely included. We have professional nannies, caregivers. We don't just plop the kids on an iPad all day. We're out there on the beach playing games. We're in the pool. We are, helping their, learning cognitive abilities grow as well. The kids camp is really from ages 0 through 10.
Yeah.
And they're separated by age groups. So 8 to 10, 5 to 7. There's no age limit. So you can literally bring a newborn over to Beaches who's not potty trained, and the nannies will care for them. And when I was just at Beaches Ocho Rios, the GM said the youngest guest they ever had was 2 weeks old.
Oh.
And the oldest guest they ever had was celebrating their 95th birthday.
Wow.
So the whole rainbow of guests come to Beaches. And then something else that's very special about Beaches is we are IBCCES autism certified at every single Beaches resort. So clients that are traveling with kids on the spectrum, adults on the spectrum, if you've been touched by the spectrum at all of our nannies, our caregivers are well trained and certified to make those clients feel extra comfortable, extra safe, have just as much fun and feel as included as everybody else. We do beach buddies. If somebody that's on the spectrum would prefer to have a beach buddy, one-on-one caregiver, we definitely do that as well. And we even have Julia on all of our resorts, who is the Sesame Street character that has autism. So, you can't, get all up in her face and, be super crazy in front of her because she reacts and she just kind of brings a level of inclusivity into the Beaches mix that we wouldn't have without her. So that's the gist really with Beaches in terms of just what else is there besides all the normal Sandals adults inclusions.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. So let me just, where's my mouse here? All right, so I'm going to swap over to, we're still live, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to swap over to my travel agent portal so I can show you guys a little bit more of the advanced marketing tips that I promised I'd show you. Just give me a sec. My computer is being so weird today. I think it's because I'm just using it too much. All right, so your travel agent portal, of course, this is your best friend when you're booking sandals or beaches. Not only is it your booking engine, but it has all your sales tools on it as well. So I'll start with the easiest tip. There is a way to effortlessly market yourself with every single email that you send without even having to think twice about it. So if you go to my bookings and you click right here, we have a logo right here that says Certified Sandals Specialist. Right next to Certified Sandals Specialist, we have download logo. What I highly recommend everybody does is download the logo and put it in their email signature. If you maybe work really tight with Disney and Royal Caribbean Cruises, put your top 3 suppliers emblems down there at the bottom. But what this does is it keeps the branding front of mind. So if you've been somebody's Disney agent for the longest time and they just don't think of you for anything besides Disney because they do it every year, but when it comes to other stuff, maybe they don't think of you. Just by putting this in there, you could be talking about cruise itineraries, your haircut, weekend plans. You could be talking about literally anything, but every email has that Sandals logo at the bottom, keeping the branding front of mind. So we run a lot of commercials. Maybe they saw one in the dentist or at the gym. This is a great, and they'll see it on your email and be like, oh my gosh, Tyra, I didn't know that you sold sandals. I thought you just did cruises or Disney. So it's a good effortless way. We all love effortless to just keep branding front of mind. We do have a certified beaches specialist logo as well, if you would prefer that, if you're geared a little bit more towards family-friendly travel. I don't believe it's on the portal anywhere easily accessible, but I can get it from corporate. I'll send it to you, Tyra, just in case.
Okay.
So that's the first thing, very easy. The second thing that we've really been pushing are the last minute deals. And these are absolutely incredible. I don't know if anybody's been trying to book clients recently with us, but this year is an anomaly when it comes to our availability. We're so sold out, it's insane. It's a good problem, but if you're trying to book someone new, it could be a little frustrating to not be able to find the availability you're searching for. Your best bet, of course, is to book over a year out, which, a lot of clients do like to plan ahead, or within the month. If you're doing a last minute deal, we will offer your clients either 1 or 2 nights for free that you can easily hook them up with and get them an incredible rate.
Okay.
And not only do the clients get to go ASAP, but you get paid ASAP. You don't have to wait till 2025 to get your commission back because they travel in 2 weeks. So
if we book now, they get the commission for 2025. What if the client doesn't go?
No, I meant if you're booking last minute sales, you get the commission last minute. Yes. You don't have to wait 3 years in order for someone to travel and then get
Got it.
Yeah. That's why agents like it, because they get paid last minute too.
Yes.
So there is a place to find the last minute deals on the portal, but the button, of course, is broken. So I have the runaround. It's very easy. You just Google it. Sandals, last minute deals. You could do that for beaches too. We do the same exact concept for beaches. Now, it's the first one that pops up that is not an ad. So it takes you to the consumer site where you can see all of the last minute deals based on resort and travel dates. So while you don't want to book on the consumer site, this is where you're going to find your key pieces of information. So the deal is
you logged in. So even if you did, is there a certain link is it this, if you send your client this link, will it go to the consumer site or will it go directly to your site?
I wouldn't really send the clients this link just because it is the consumer site. So it gives them the option to book direct and then kind of go behind you. I would just use this page as research purposes for yourself, just so you know which resorts and travel dates are eligible for this.
Okay, thank you.
So the deal is 1 night free on a 3 or 4 night stay for going last minute. And it gives you by resort. Sandals Royal Plantation has specific dates where this is applicable. You check it on the dark blue, you check it on the light blue, and This is good for you guys because it gives you tangible travel dates and a resort to actually be able to promote. So you could post on Facebook, hey guys, I can hook you up with 1 night free if you travel September 5th through 9th to Sandals Royal Plantation. Other dates are available, other resorts are available. Give me a call today to secure your free night. So, and each resort has its own availability, and I'll show you an example of pricing. Let me look for a good one. Let's do Sandals South Coast. Last minute deal, August 21st through the 25th. It sounds good to me. So this is literally 2 weeks away. So it's very last minute. So you're gonna go back to your travel agent portal and you're gonna plug in Sandals South Coast with those travel dates that you saw on the consumer site, which was August 21 through 25. You can include airfare right here if you want. You do get 10% commission on airfare if you book it with us through our portal.
Like that.
And so because you plugged in the right resort and the right travel dates, the system automatically recognizes that it's a last minute deal. And this is for any room that's available. So the entry level luxury room right here for the couple for 4 nights is 1.8 thousand, which is an incredible rate for a luxury all-inclusive resort. And you can see right here, it says last minute deal, first night free on a 4-night stay.
Okay.
If you keep scrolling down, you could see the club levels. They start at 2.4K for the 4 nights. And then you can even score a butler category. The cheapest butler category for the 4 nights is 3.4 thousand.
And then can we explain to the agents about gratuities and stuff when we're, telling our clients the pricing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this price you see here is for the couple and it's all inclusive for everything. So it's inclusive of tipping and gratuity. It's inclusive of airport transfers to and from. It's inclusive of their activities, land sports, water sports, entertainment. It includes their Wi-Fi. It includes every single bar, every single drink, every premium liquor that they want to indulge in, and every restaurant, every specialty restaurant, every gourmet meal that they're going to indulge in.
So this is total price. Like that's something that's really good to market, to your clients. Not a lot of places have gratuity already included. Like that's important to some people. Some people want to just leave their wallet in the room and just, roam about.
Exactly. It's so nice. And like, I just got off I went on a cruise a couple weeks ago for 7 nights and like, it was really fun. Don't get me wrong, but the checkout bill was insane.
Yes, it always is.
Like I was fighting them on service charges and taxes and the Wi-Fi was like $400. And like, I mean, the drink, it was like insane what I was paying to get off that ship, even though I did have a good time. With this price, this is inclusive of all of that. They can dine at specialty restaurants every single night if they want.
Yep.
It's the only way this price would get higher is if they wanted to book a spa treatment or do like an excursion off resort. But other than that, there's no hidden fees. There's no hidden taxes. When I go on vacation to Sandals and I check out, my bill is 0. And that's how it should be. So that's another really strong point. If the clients are sticker shocked by the price, just be like, well, if your cruise is $500 cheaper, now you're adding on all the drink packages and everything. Like you're actually going to pay more on that cruise for the same amount of nights.
Pretty much.
So that's really what we're all inclusive of. And see, like even like the Dutch Village, like I just told you, brand spanking new for the Butler Suite, 3.5K in a brand new room. You can even get so the last minute deals bring the price down quite a bit. I did mention you can get 2 free nights. So there are opportunities sometimes that are really cool for you to get 2 free nights. Let's just go down, like Sandals Grand Antigua, I know has an opportunity. So you can see right here, the clients could do the 2nd through the 5th, and then the 6th through the 9th, and get a full 7-night stay for 2 nights free. So they're only paying for 5.
How do you know? How do you know?
Because you're doing basically 2 back-to-back last minute deals. So if you do the 7th or the 2nd through the 5th, that's 1 night free on a 3-night stay. And then if you do the 6th through the 9th, that's 1 night free on another 3-night stay.
Is it 2 separate bookings or can they book it all at once?
It counts actually for you as 2 separate bookings. So you would get 2 separate reservations numbers. if you're going to do an overlap moment like this, where you do get the 2 nights free, I would recommend calling that in. Just because reservations can note it's the same couple. They're either going to stay in the same room or they're going to maybe upgrade for the last 3 nights. If they change rooms, the sellers will, bring their stuff. They don't have to lug their luggage all over the place. But it definitely helps to say like, hey, I can get you 2 nights free at Sandals Grand Antigua if you want to travel on some certain dates. And it's a good thing to just get out onto your social media, because you never know who's going to bite at that. And only paying for 5 nights on a 7-night stay, that saves them thousands of dollars right away.
Love it.
So that's my little tip for the last minute deals.
Love it. Those are some good tips.
Yeah. And then I am going to start posting last minute deals, like a little copy and paste sample posts that you guys can take from my Facebook and my Instagram. So friend me on Facebook, follow me on Insta. Fridays is going to be the day that I post my last minute deals for you guys to copy and paste.
Thank you, Chad.
Of course, I gotcha. And then really the last thing that I want to go over with you is another best practice, and it's utilizing our digital brochures and our co-branding program. So I don't know, Tyra, if you and I talked about co-branding initially, but there are pros and cons to it. As an agent that's focused on building relationships with clients and getting to know them and getting their repeat business, I wouldn't recommend using our co-branded website and like throwing that all over the place. Like, you don't want to post it on your social, you don't want to post it on your email blasts to thousands of people, because co-branded bookings essentially are treated as direct bookings, just with a 10% payout to the agent. So you're not getting the full commission, you're not getting the client's information, you're not getting that repeat business by booking everyone on your co-brand. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. But what I would recommend doing is utilizing our co-branded site as a safety net to catch guests that may ghost you in the middle of the quoting process. So under sales tools, we have digital photo brochures. Pretty self-explanatory what they're all about. So let's just say that I am an agent and I'm talking to my client about Sandals South Coast. We'll just stick with the same resort. And as a best practice, because my BDM told me, I am going to send them this digital brochure. And you can see this link right here, CHLO at the bottom, that's my special code. So if the client clicks on this, it takes them essentially to sandals.com with the digital brochure, and it has my little referral up at the top. You can see Chad Long, Unique Vacations. And of course, it's a beautiful brochure. You can go through it with them on the phone, look at some imagery, get a good feel for them and for yourself. So once you send this to your client, one of 3 things can happen. There's a best case scenario, a worst case scenario, and a middle case scenario. So best case scenario is they say, oh my gosh, I love it so much. Like, let's get this booked. And you go back to your TA portal and you book them like normal and everybody's happy and everybody wins. The worst case scenario is they say, oh my gosh, it looks amazing. Let me go talk it over with so-and-so and I will get back to you. And you say, okay, sounds good. And then you follow up the next day, silence. The next day, silence. You're following up for weeks and they just drop off. And we all know clients do that sometimes, where they'll just completely ignore you and then go book direct. So what this co-brand does, because they clicked on it, it sinks its teeth into this person's browser for 90 days.
I love it.
If they were to completely ignore you and X out of everything, and then 3 months later, go to sandals.com and make a direct booking, you're going to at least get 10% pay, and you're going to get points to paradise rewards for your initial time and effort you spent with that client. So that's why this acts as a safety net. No, you're not going to get the client's information of who exactly booked through it. You might have an idea, but they weren't going to use you anyways because they ignored you and went behind your back. So at least you can get some commission and some points out of them.
Yes.
So this is how you use it as a safety net.
Love it. Smart.
And it does help the agency's numbers in order to bring you up to a higher commission level. And so it does benefit everybody at the end of the day. So that's the worst case scenario, is if they completely ghost you, you still get a little something. The middle case scenario is still a win for everybody. Let's say that they see the brochure and it does say book now right here. So they go ahead and they book it themselves on the site. Maybe they see one room left and they just do it themselves, or you know, whatever. They book themselves at the end of the day, but they are responsive to you. That's what counts. So if you follow up with them and they're responsive, say like the next day or a week later, they say, oh yeah, I really loved what you sent me. Like I went ahead and booked on that site that you sent me. You say, okay, great. Do you mind transferring that over to me so I can service your trip? And then we can transfer any direct booking to an agent as long as it's made within 14 days. So if you're following up with them and they are responsive and say, oh yeah, I went ahead and booked, all it takes is one email from them to our corporate department to legally release that booking over to you. And then you get that booking in your TA portal, you get the full commission, you get their repeat business. So everyone wins on that one as well.
Love it.
So does that make sense? All the scenarios?
Yes, it does.
So at the end of the day, I would just say best practice, send them a digital brochure for whatever resort you're talking about, and then follow up with them to make sure that they you know, didn't book themselves. And if they did, just transfer it over.
I like it.
So those would be my 3 little marketing tips for the more advanced agent. Do you have any questions? I know it's just the 2 of us.
I did see something that said something about reserves your room for $49 per person. How does that work? And is that just a promo?
That is a good question. So I'll take you back there. So basically our deposit is $400 at the end of the day. But any room, like if you only see 1 room left or it's the last day for a special promotion, everything can be held and locked in for $49 per person. So at Sandals, that's $98 for the couple. And then at Beaches, you know, if it's a family of 4, it's just like, you know, multiply it by 4. So you'll see, like, if you were to bring this up for any of the resorts, hold your booking for $49 per person. If you hover over that, it says you can hold the room for $49 per person. The additional 302 will be auto charged in 21 days to meet that full $400 deposit.
Okay.
So clients, you know, tell them not to be surprised when they see that extra money come out, but that's the only time that we'll auto charge without their permission, is to meet that full deposit. And then you guys can.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
And then I was going to say, you guys can make manual payments, or you can set them up on an automatic payment plan if that's what they want to meet final payment, which is due 45 days prior to travel.
Okay. Can we just make the $200 per person deposit at the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you if you want to put down the full 400 right away, go for it. Yeah. This is for the people that, you know, for some reason want to just not spend as much to hold it, and then they'll get auto charged later.
I think it's a surprise. I won't want anything to just you know, surprise and then it's taken out. Now it's $400 per room or $200 per person?
$400 per room.
Okay. So even if there's a family of over at Beaches, you know, it's still $400 per room, even if it's like a family of 5?
Yep. Pretty standard across the board.
Yeah.
Just to make it easier on you, so you don't need to remember a bunch of stuff.
No, that's really, really easy to remember.
Yeah, but it's a great way to just hold a room for cheaper if the client doesn't want to fork out all 400 right away, but the deposit is 400.
I have another question about the remainder. Can we schedule that the remainder 302 to equal 400 so that they're not surprised about the charge?
No, there's really no way to schedule that. It just auto charges in 3 weeks. So you can let them know that that's going to happen, or you could just say, might as well give me the full deposit right away.
Yeah, I think I like that one.
But the good news is that everything is refundable as long as the clients cancel 45 days prior to travel.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, and then as far as the manual payment, so the remainder is due 45 days. Well, we tell our clients 50 and we never tell them 45 because stuff happens. We just go on and we make manual payments. Like for the new travel agents that don't know, they just go onto the portal and make manual payments for their client, or do they have to call customer service?
You can make manual payments on the portal. It's right under here, under the My Bookings tab, make a payment, Sandals or Beaches.
Perfect.
Right there. And if you want to make life easier on yourself, we can do automatic plans. You would just call in reservations one time, you know, give them the booking information, and reservations will put them on a plan where they're automatically charged X amount in order to meet final payment on 45 days.
I love it. I love it. Okay. I love it. Thank you so much, Chad. Your information is always, always great. Thank you.
Of course, you're very welcome. Feel free, everybody, to reach out to me, friend me on Facebook, etc. If you have questions or just need additional help. I can always point you to your local BDM as well if you need some more one-on-one, in-person trainings as well.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Tyra.
No questions. I'll, of course, send you an email about it. But thank you so much for your time. This was an amazing webinar. I look forward to speaking with you again, Chad.
Thank you. You too, Tyra. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye.